What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube and Rumble subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another New York Giants video. I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I'm sure you guys are too. I really want to talk about that first round for as long as possible, but we're not here for that right now. We're going to save that for any upcoming streams that I'm going to be doing within the next week or so. But we have Kayvon, Thibodeaux, and Neal, man. I'm still on that high of we had such a great first round. I don't care what we do in the second round. Well, actually, I do care just a little bit, but you get the point. You get the idea. Also, my draft hat finally came in. No thanks to FedEx. My God, I had a terrible time with FedEx trying to get this hat here. But I like it, man. It's a really good looking hat. Probably my favorite hat right now because it already holds two great memories with it. But let's talk about, guys, day 2, round 2, and round 3. Remember, we have 3 picks coming up of the NFL draft for the New York Giants. Now, historically, I just want to point out, day 2, the Giants have been always great drafters, especially in round 2. Michael Strahan, Amani Toomer, I believe Justin Tuck. Don't quote me on that one, though. Then you got, of course, great recent history with Xavier McKinney and Azeez Ojulari, 2 players that were supposed to go in the first rounds of their respective drafts, ended up slipping into the second, and we added them and bolstered our defense. Guess what? There's somebody else that fits that bill. There's somebody else that fits that bill to a T, and that's Mr. Cobi Dean, the linebacker out of Georgia. Cobi Dean is who I personally view as the best linebacker in this class. A lot of people had Devin Lloyd ahead of him. They say Devin Lloyd is a bit more athletic. Devin Lloyd has a bigger frame and size, which definitely is helpful. But I really, really love Cobi Dean, man. This dude is one of the smartest players in the draft when it comes to football IQ and spatial awareness and all that on the field. Just go and look at him. This is not a film breakdown video of Cobi Dean, so I'm not going to get too in-depth with it. But he should be on, I want to say, every single team's draft board for round 2 here. So we got to be careful in terms of he might disappear before us. Looking at teams ahead of us, there's Tampa Bay, Minnesota, and Tennessee. I had to scroll through real quick. And I don't know if Tampa Bay would go Cobi Dean, middle linebacker. They have Devin White. They have Levante David. Maybe they ignore him. Minnesota, I'm going to be honest with you guys, not even trying to be disrespectful to any Minnesota fans or Minnesota Vikings people out there. I can't name the middle linebacking group, so maybe they go with him. Is Anthony Barr still there? But who's playing beside him? I have no clue. I don't know who's in the middle linebacking group. So they're a threat to me. Tennessee as well. Tennessee as well. Although they do have a really good defense over there. And I do think they are, by the way, a big candidate to take Mr. Malik Willis, the quarterback that slipped into the second round. I think that would be a spot that's nice for him. Sit behind Ryan Tannehill for a year or so. Work his way up. But we'll see what Tennessee does. So in terms of threats, maybe 1 or 2 teams. Same thing goes for Mr. Andrew Booth Jr. A lot of Giants fans have their eyes on him. Well, no need to explain the James Bradberry situation to you guys, although I've been on the train of I really want to keep him. And that has been bolstered by the fact that A.J. Brown is now in our division paired up with Devontae Smith. That is a deadly wide receiver pairing. Don't fool yourselves, Giants fans. That is an extremely deadly wide receiver pairing. And because of that, I would really want the Giants to keep somebody that has experience against top wide receivers in the NFL and somebody that's going to go to a scheme that I can only think helps him. Don Wink Martindale's scheme only helps out corners, but it doesn't really, destroy corners or whatever the opposite of help is, bring them down. And now he has a better pass rushing group to help him out as well. I really feel like we could be on the path of keeping James Bradberry, and I'd be happier with that than I would be with a second round corner coming in trying to guard the wide receivers of the NFC East, at least day 1, because Andrew Booth is the 3rd best corner in this class, in my opinion. He should have gone into first round, probably around picks 20 to 32. But here he is slipping just like Cobi Dean, and he's there for the taking. I could see Minnesota being a team that definitely scoops him up, though. I think Minnesota, personally, in my opinion, they traded down because they didn't have the corners they wanted. Both of them went 3 and 4, and so they traded down all the way to 34, where they're looking to probably get Andrew Booth or a Roger McCreary, somebody else out of Auburn, the corner that Giants fans are looking at as well. So right off bat, there are 3 players right there, man. Cobi Dean, Roger McCreary, Andrew Booth, and I'm gonna throw in another corner as well, because I part of me feels like a good amount of corners are gonna go in the second round. The other corner out of Washington, that's Kyle Gordon. So keep those in mind. I think those are the guys you're looking at off bat. Now, I did mention Malik Willis for Titans, but Malik Willis, if he's at 36, is in play for the Giants as well. People don't want to, entertain the thought. Well, unfortunately for you, you're going to have to. It is a legitimate scenario now that is in play. This was a quarterback that was regarded as one of the best, if not the best, in this class. And I think that all of us that have been proven right. People love to call us couch analysts, well, because we are. But we're proven right when we say that this is a weak quarterback class. Only one quarterback went in the entire first round, and it was at pick 20, Kenny Pickett. This is a weak quarterback class. Even if, Malik Willis is the best of the weak quarterback class, it's still the best of not so good. But his potential is sky high. And if you can nail him in the second round, Brian Daboll gets his hand on him, Mike Kafka gets his hands on him, molds him into something great. Nobody's complaining 3-4 years down the line. And this is where I would absolutely pick up Malik Willis if I'm the Giants. I think you take him in the second round, not really tied to him as much as you are a first-year quarterback. You already address your top two needs. He is going to sit behind Daniel essentially until Daniel fails. And it's a better situation than taking him with the 5th or 7th overall. You save millions of dollars. And you don't have that 5th-year option tying them to you. You don't force a pick. All I'm saying is it's much easier to take Malik here, and I think it's in play, even though some Giants fans want to act as if it is not in play. Getting back to linebacker real quick, though, there's only 2 linebackers that went, so you essentially have the remaining linebacker class outside of the Cobi Dean, too. That's everybody. That's your Leo Chanels of the world, Chad Muma, Christian Harris, Brandon Smith. So if you don't take a linebacker, if say Cobi Dean is not there, or the Giants don't take Cobi Dean, they take Andrew Booth, you still got linebackers galore when you go into round 3 where we have 2 picks. And speaking of round 3, we must absolutely 100% positively address this position because we do not have a starter at that position right now. That is tight end. And you have your pick of the litter. And I said this was going to happen, where the Giants are in a situation where they could get the best tight end available, whoever they view as the best tight end available. Because I don't think tight ends are going to start going until the late 2nd, early 3rd round. And we are picking early 3rd round. So you're going to have your Greg Dulciches, or Dulciches. I am mispronouncing that man's name. You're going to have your Greg Dulciches of the world. You're going to have your Jake Ferguson, even though he's more of a 4th or a 5th round pick, in my opinion. You're going to have your Jelani Woods. You're going to have Trey McBride, who in my opinion is the best one in this class. You're going to have everybody's favorite Ohio State tight end that the Giants fans fell in love with. It's just pick who you think is the best. And, well, I think you're going to have a really good choice at the top of round 3 and just get somebody that could come in and start and be a good all-around tight end. That's what I honestly want. I just want an all-around tight end. It's part of the reason me, personally, I like Jake Ferguson in the 5th. However, I do realize Jake Ferguson in 5th doesn't necessarily mean a starting tight end for the future. It kind of just means he's going to be mostly a rotational guy for the first couple years of his career, unless he just breaks out, out of nowhere, like George Kittle, for example, did, who was a mid to later round pick at that position. Also, something to entertain in the 3rd round, interior lineman. Dylan Parham out of Memphis. I believe also somebody else that a lot of Giants fans had their eyes on, Jamari Sawyer, somebody that I think he's the tackle from Georgia. If he shifts inside, will have tremendous success in the NFL. Darian Kennard as well. Those are the 3 guys that come to my mind. Ed Ingram out of LSU. I've seen some people talk about him, but I honestly view him more as a 4th round guy. Those are what you're looking at when it comes to interior linemen. A position that I personally think we can survive without drafting at all, but there are good players available right now, both in round 2 and 3. Safety. You got Jaquan Brisker, Jalen Petre, Brian Cook, Nick Cross. Like I said, I personally think we could go the entire draft without, getting a safety and we'll be fine. I'm a believer in Xavier McKinney plus somebody that's average at the position for now. And somebody that's average at the position as of right now. I think old boy Julian Love fits that description perfectly. But if they do go safety, those are the guys you're looking at. I don't think it's a high priority for them. Wide receiver is something that definitely is a little bit higher of a priority because we still do have a little bit of an injury issue in the wide receiver core. There's a lot of people left. You got Christian Watson, who the Giants have known to be high on since the Senior Bowl. Sky Moore. You got John Mechie, I believe, who could be a steal of a pick in the 3rd round if he's there. You got George Pickens. You know, kind of he got that dog in him type of player. Very aggressive on the field, but he's going to be there floating around second and third. Alec Pierce, who's going to be one of my favorite out of Cincinnati. I just personally liked all of the Cincinnati Bearcat players that came out this year. Their team really impressed me overall, and running back as well. You could go anywhere, right? Running back, you got your pick of the litter too, man. Kenneth Walker is there, you know, Breece Hall, whatever you want to go. I don't think that running back went in the first round. But to sum up this video and bring it to an end, at round 2, I think you're looking at 2 positions. That's corner, that's linebacker. You're looking at Cobi Dean. You're looking at Christian Harris, Leo Chenal, Chad Muma. And, you know, then for the cornerback, you got Andrew Booth, Roger McCreary, Kyle Gordon. Third round, tight end, get your tight end. Maybe a wide receiver. Maybe an interior lineman. Oh, I completely forgot to even mention defensive interior as well is definitely in play for the 3rd round. We do need a defensive interior lineman, but maybe they push that back to the 4th round because we picked up Dexter Lawrence's 5th-year option, which I am so happy about. But guys, you put your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. What position and or players do you think the Giants should target, and which ones do you have in mind? That's it for now. I'm out. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for checking out my channel, The Hub, here on Giants YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you hear every time I put out a video. Like it, share, and subscribe, and I'm out.